Hi students, 12th Standard Accountancy, Chapter 2, Exercise Sum number 24. Following is the receipt and payment accounts Virudunagar Volleyball Association for the year ended 31st December 2018. So 2018 is the current accounting period. Okay. So then receipt and payments accounts details are given below. Let's read. Opening balance of the cash in hand will not appear in the income and expenditure account because this revenue receipt and revenue payment only will appear on the income and expenditure account, and 3-year subscriptions is given here. Listen, 2018 is the current accounting period, so we have to take 2018 55,000 subscription for income side. Okay, then donation received income side, match fund received. Listen carefully. Whenever you see the fund like match fund, tournament fund, sports fund, etc., we have to create it, we have to show it on separately in the liability side of the balance sheet. Okay, match fund, if you see the match fund, listen, match expenses you have to subtract. Whenever you see the receipt, you have to add it on liability side, match fund. And whenever you see the match expenses, you have to subtract it with the respective specific fund. Okay, so it will also show on the liability side of the balance sheet. Then interest on fixed asset, fixed deposit. Fixed deposit is the asset item, but listen here, from the fixed deposit we received interest. It's every month we received interest from the fixed deposit, so it's an income item. Okay, miscellaneous receipt is the income item. Then upkeep of a pavilion is an expenses. Secretary honorarium. Honorarium I already explained you. Honorarium is a kind of salary remuneration given for, not for regular employee, for guest employee. Okay, so it's an expenditure. Then bats and ball purchased. Whenever you see this bats and balls, sports item, medicine items, okay, purchased, you have to, we have the separate format for that. We have to, this is the consumable item. Okay, so to the sports item consumed, under this we have to write the format, that is purchases with, we had to purchases with opening stock and minus closing stock. This is the format of the purchased sports item. Here they have given bats and ball purchase, we have to enter it on the expenditure, we have the format with it. Okay, grass seed is an expenses, fixed deposit is an asset item, sundry expenses is an expenses. Closing balance sheet of the cash in hand, cash at bank will appear on the asset side. Apart from that, they have given additional information, that is 1/1/2018. 1/1/2018 means this is the opening balance of the investment, opening balance of the premises and grounds, opening stock of bats and ball. Okay, then subscription 5,000 rupees related to 2017 is due. This is the outstanding subscription for 2017 till not received. Okay, then subscription due for the year 2018, this is the current accounting subscription due. Okay, so we have to add this subscription outstanding to 6,000 rupees with subscription received on income side. Okay, income side. Then what they ask, prepare income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st December 2018 and the balance sheet as on the date. Listen carefully, they haven't given opening capital fund. Okay, if they didn't given the opening capital, we need to find out. If you find out the opening capital, we need to prepare the opening balance of balance sheet. Okay, so to prepare the opening balance sheet, we have to take this item fully. Okay, that means in opening investments and opening premises and grounds and opening stock of bats and ball. Apart from that, subscription for 2017 we called it as the opening outstanding subscription. Okay, and here also we have one more subscription, that is 2017 10,000 rupees. This is called the opening subscription received. Okay, to prepare the balance sheet, to find out opening capital fund. Okay, let's go to prepare the balance sheet to find out the opening capital fund. Okay, first we have to write the heading to prepare find out the capital fund in the books of Virudunagar Volleyball Association balance sheet as on 31st December 2017. Okay. Then on asset side, the opening items will be appear on asset side, that is investment subscription outstanding for 2017 to 10,000 rupees and 2017 outstanding subscription still not received 5,000, totally 15,000 rupees. Opening balance of the cash in hand and premises and grounds stock of the opening stock of the bats and balls, all we entered it on asset side. Respective items will enter it on asset side, and we have the total higher value on asset side. The total is 75,000. We have to enter the total on both debit and assets and liability side. Okay, then we get the balancing figure 75,000. So this is the opening capital fund. Okay, now we are going to prepare the income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st December 2018. Okay, format also prepared. On expenditure side, we already marked in the question what are the item will appear on the expenditure side. So as per the format, we have to write to upkeep of pavilion 17,000, secretary's honorarium 18,000, bats and ball. We have the format for this item. So under the heading of sports item consumed, bats and ball purchased 22,000. We have to add the opening stock of the bats and ball 5,000. Okay, but the closing stock of the bats and ball they didn't give it. So for that we have to add this both value. We have to enter it on outer side 27,000 rupees, and grass seeds is an expenses, sundry expenses enter here. On income side, subscription, current year subscription is 55,000, right? Current year subscription 55,000. With that we have the due outstanding due for current year subscription, that is how much rupees? Current year subscription outstanding is 6,000 rupees. Okay, so we have to add this that value 6,000 rupees, add outstanding 6,000 rupees, you will get 61,000 rupees. And donations, interest on fixed deposits and by miscellaneous receipt, all income items we entered on income side. We get the total on credit side 1,14,000 rupees. If you get the total on credit side, you will get the surplus on debit side, differences on debit side, that is 47,000 surplus. We have to add the surplus with the capital fund on liability side of the balance sheet. Now we are going to prepare the balance sheet. So balance sheet as on the heading is balance sheet as on 31st December 2018. On liability side, we first enter the capital fund. Just now we prepare opening capital fund. We have to enter here 75,000. We have to add the surplus value 47,000. You will get 1,22,000 rupees. With that we have to enter subscription received in advance. As per the format, it will appear on liability side. How much rupees? 5,000 rupees. Listen. Listen, subscription received in advance 2017 5,000 rupees. You have to enter it on liability side. Then match fund you have to show it on separately on liability side. Match fund received 30,000. We have to subtract the match fund expenses 25,000. From the receipt you will get 5,000 rupees. On asset side, fixed deposit 58,000. Closing balance of cash in hand, cash at bank entered, and opening balance of the item and the subscription due 2018 current accounting period. As per the format, subscription outstanding 2018 is 6,000 rupees. And listen carefully, we have additional information here. The investment and the premises and grounds and the stock of the opening stock of the bats, closing stock they haven't given in the question. Okay, so these three items we have entered on balance sheet. Okay, but listen here, this is the opening balance of the investment, opening balance of the premises and grounds, opening balance of the bats and ball. Why we enter here? Why? Because these and all items we just enter it on beginning of the year. Okay, beginning of the accounting year, at the accounting year when we start the business 1/1/2018, the investment values and grounds and premises values and opening stock of the bats and ball, we entered it on accounts note, but it's furtherly we didn't add it additional investment. They didn't made any additional investment in the business. They didn't made any premises and grounds during the year. They didn't made any additional premises and grounds during the year, and they didn't sales any sales transaction didn't have in the bats and ball. So that amount is there only. At the end of the year, when we close the account, we have to enter it on closing balance sheet. At the end of the year, we have, when we prepare the balance sheet, we have to, the same item it will be appear in the balance sheet also. Okay, do you understand? So the total of the balance sheet is 1,32,000 on asset and liability side we have. Do you have any doubt? Please comment it on the comment box. Thank you. Take care.